Finish strong. Don't let up. Building momentum for an unlimited future. Finish like a champion. Success secrets not everyone knows. Welcome back, everyone, to our extraordinary life transformation journey. We've come a long way, together laying a solid foundation by designing our daily plan, nourishing our bodies and sharpening our minds, ruthlessly eliminating distractions, turning pain into fuel, and most recently, opening ourselves to the power of gratitude. Today, we're going to talk about an incredibly crucial stage, a time when many people often make mistakes, but which is also where you can make the biggest difference. It's about finishing strong and not letting up. Have you ever been in a race, a project, or some kind of challenge? You start with full energy, excitement, and a burning spirit. But then, as the finish line slowly appears, when you feel like you're almost done, what happens? Most people start to slow down. They tell themselves, I'm almost there, I can relax a little. They lose focus, they let their guard down. But you know what? The final days of this 30-day journey, or any challenge in your life, are precisely where real growth happens. This is when you separate yourself from the crowd. Because while others are letting up, you'll do the opposite. You'll finish stronger than you even started. Why is that? Because how you finish will dictate what happens next. If you conclude this journey with your full effort, your full focus, and your full commitment, you'll carry that same energy into the next month, and then the next, and so on. But if you fade in these final days, you're sending a message to yourself that consistency doesn't matter. And that's not the person you're becoming anymore, is it? I remember the story of a marathon runner I once coached, named Lisa. She was very persistent, but always tended to falter in the final miles of a race. She always met her goals, but she never truly broke through. When we worked together, I told Lisa, the race isn't just about crossing the finish line. It's about how you cross the finish line. We focused on mental training for those final miles. I asked her to visualize herself still accelerating, still giving her all, even when her body wanted to quit. She often asked herself, do I think I'm going to give up? Especially when her body ached and she felt tired. But I told her, that's when you have to find that fire within you, the fire that brought you here. These final days aren't just about maintaining, they're about elevating. This is when you tighten everything up. Work out a little harder. Keep your schedule sharp. Speak with more intention. Think more clearly. Track everything more meticulously. Reflect more deeply. And protect your mind like your most valuable asset, because it is. This is where your new identity is etched. You've been recreating your habits, reshaping your environment, and building discipline brick by brick. The work you've done so far has built a new foundation. But how you finish will solidify it. You are not the person who started this journey. You've stepped into a higher version of yourself. Now, you have to prove it by showing up with even greater energy and determination in these final days. Don't just look at the calendar and say, I'm almost done. Look in the mirror and say, I'm just getting started. Let this momentum become your lifestyle. Let the habits you've built these weeks become your new normal. This isn't a sprint to exhaustion. This is a sprint to elevate yourself. You're setting a standard, not for a month, but for the life you want to live from here on out. And yes, there will be times when you want to ease up, to celebrate too early, to relax a little. But remember, every day you finish strong, you build more evidence that you're serious. And that evidence becomes confidence. That confidence becomes belief. And that belief becomes action that extends far beyond 30 days. So, take a deep breath. Focus. This is your moment. Push through the resistance. Honor the commitment you made to yourself on day one. Finish this journey with strength, with purpose, and with pride. Because when you finish strong, you don't just complete a challenge. You begin a new chapter. A chapter where discipline is no longer a chore, but a choice. A chapter where success is no longer a dream, but a pattern. A chapter where momentum is no longer temporary, but eternal. So don't slow down now. Speed up, finish strong, and prove to yourself that this was never just a plan. This is the beginning of a new life. You've just completed a 30-day plan designed not just to change your schedule, but to change your life. And if you've made it this far, there's something inside you that rejects mediocrity. You didn't come here to live an average life. You didn't come here just to hear words. You came to act, to grow, to transform. And that transformation doesn't happen by accident. It happens through the intentional focus and daily effort you've built, step by step, chapter by chapter. Let's be clear, this isn't about perfection. This is about commitment. It's about showing up even when it's hard. It's about pushing through when you want to quit. And most of all, it's about proving to yourself that you can choose growth over comfort, discipline over distraction, and vision over excuses. If you followed this plan with all your heart, your mind has shifted. Your energy is different. You carry more clarity. You see your time, your habits, and your future through a sharper lens. That's not temporary. That's a new identity forming, an identity built on truth, on effort, on purpose. But here's the key. This doesn't end on day 30. This isn't the finish line. This is the launch pad, because now you know what you're capable of. You have the blueprint. You have the evidence. The only question left is, will you keep going? The habits you've built, the mind you've sharpened, the energy you've protected, these aren't seasonal tools. They are lifelong weapons. Use them, protect them, fortify them, and most importantly, don't let this just be another challenge you completed. Let this be the moment that redefines who you are and how you live from here on out. So, as you close this chapter, remember, motivation is a gift, but it only lasts if you keep carrying it forward. Don't wait for the next wave of motivation. Create your own. Don't look for shortcuts. Stay consistent on the path. Don't wait for someone else to validate your progress. You've earned it yourself. This 30-day success plan was never just about goals. It was about transformation from the inside out. You've lit a fire. Now keep it burning. Keep rising. Keep showing up. And when things get tough again, and they will come back to these principles, recommit, refocus, restart if necessary, but never, ever retreat. Because the person you are becoming, they don't quit. They don't back down. They finish strong, and then they keep climbing. The next level of your life is calling. You are ready. Go forth and claim it. If you're finding value here, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep building and rising together. See you next time.